Have you ever scrolled through social media and thought about what it would take to create a star from scratch? Well, we're about to dive into a fascinating and, honestly, a kind of wild new way to do just that. We're talking about building a virtual influencer using AI. The potential here is absolutely massive, and the process, it's way more accessible than you could ever imagine. So let's just jump right in. Okay, let's start with a number that should definitely get your attention. 10 lakh rupees. Yeah, you heard that right. This is the kind of money that top virtual influencers are already starting to pull in. It is a completely new frontier for content creation, and you know what's really amazing? The cost to even get started is incredibly, surprisingly low. So that leads to the big question, right? Can you, sitting right where you are, actually create a digital personality and get a piece of this action? And the answer is a resounding yes. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly step by step how you can do it. First things first, let's get a really clear picture of the opportunity we're talking about. What exactly are these digital stars that are popping up all over our social media feeds, and why are brands so fascinated by them? So, at its core, a virtual influencer is basically a fictional character that's been brought to life using AI and computer graphics. They've got their own look, their own unique personality, and they build a huge following on platforms like Instagram and YouTube, just like any human influencer would. And listen, this isn't some far-off science fiction concept. This is happening right now. Here in India, virtual influencers like Naina and Kyra are already gaining huge audiences and landing deals with major brands. It's totally clear that people are really into these digital personalities. All right, so you're probably wondering, how do you actually build one? Let's get into the practical side of things. It all kicks off with creating the foundation, your very own unique AI model. So you're going to start with a tool called Leonardo.ai. This is where you'll generate the initial look of your character. You know, their face, their basic features. Think of it like a digital concept sketch. Then, once you have that base model, you'll head over to a site like tensor.art to actually train it. This part is crucial. It's where you teach the AI to consistently recreate your character's face from any angle, in any lighting, so they look like the same person in every single post. And here is the real game changer, the thing that makes this so accessible. On a platform like tensor.art, you can get started for free. They give you enough points to generate around 400 images right off the bat. That is a massive head start without you having to spend a single rupee. Okay, so you have your model, you have a face. Now what? What do they do? Where do they go? Well, that brings us to step 2, brainstorming the life and the style of your new star, and you're going to do it with a little help from another AI friend. This is where your own creativity really gets to shine, but it gets supercharged by ChatGPT. You can use it as your personal creative director to come up with a never-ending stream of ideas for your model's fashion, their poses, and all the cool places they're going to be seen. And you don't need to be some kind of expert prompter either. You can start with something super simple, just like this. Provide different styles and locations for my AI model. And just like that, ChatGPT will spit out a whole list of creative scenarios for you. It's basically helping you build the entire world your influencer is going to live in. So you've got your model and you've got a ton of amazing ideas. The final step is all about production, turning those ideas into actual, real content that you can post online and start building that audience. For this, you're basically going to use 2 main types of tools. For your still photos, a platform like Artflow is perfect. It can generate really high-quality images based on your ideas. And then, when you're ready to level up to video content, think Instagram Reels. A tool like DID can actually animate your character, making them speak and move. It's pretty incredible. So, we've walked through all the steps. It's surprisingly straightforward, isn't it? But what does this all mean for the bigger picture? You know, for the future of content creation, of fame and influence itself. So let's boil it down. What are the key takeaways here? First, the process is way simpler than you probably thought. Second, these AI tools make it incredibly cheap, or like we saw, even free to get started. And maybe the most important point of all, you can build a really powerful online brand without ever having to put your own face on camera. And all of this leaves us with one final, really thought-provoking question. As these tools get more and more powerful and these digital characters become more and more realistic, who is going to capture our attention in the long run? Will the future of influence belong to humans, to AI, or maybe to some kind of seamless blend of both? It's something to think about.